Well, hey there everyone. So this week, I think I'm just gonna go a little bit easier than I did last week because last week I did quite a big gown. So this week I just kind of wanted to do something a little bit more simple. So I was searching around in my fabric stash for inspiration and I came across this material that I thought that gave me an idea. I thought that I would make a matching mini skirt and turtlenecky top outfit. I've seen people do this before and it's really cute and it's kind of the season for it. It's still cold and then I can also wear the outfit in the summer because it's like a mini skirt, and in the winter I could just wear it with like tights and be looking cute. So let me show you the materials that I got. So these were both thrifted. The first one that I found, this is what gave me the original idea, was this plaid corduroy. So this is what I wanted to make the skirt out of, the little mini skirt. And then I was perusing my fabric stash and I came across this material. I'm not quite sure what kind of material it is. It's like not stretchy. It's not cotton. I don't know how to describe it, but it's been in my fabric stash for like months, and I've had no use for this stuff because it's not a typical material you would make anything that I make out of. So it's just been sitting there, and I've been begging for something to come across that I can use this for, and I finally did, because that's the wrong way. Look at this combo. So this be the shirt material, and this is the skirt material. So let me tell you what the heck's going on. I ended up getting two patterns. I've been a little lazy lately and haven't been feeling like making patterns, so I've just been buying a bunch, which is fine too. So I went on Etsy and I got two patterns. So one pattern was from this lovely person on Etsy. That was for the miniskirt. And then the other pattern was from this lovely person on Etsy for the turtlenecky pattern. Now for both of these patterns, they didn't exactly have my size, so I just kind of sized it up myself like I generally do, just to be safe. So I did size up both these patterns. If you're like my body type and you're getting these patterns, just kind of do that if you feel like you need to, especially with this material because it's not stretchy at all, and the turtleneck material or like pattern was supposed to be for a stretchy material like this material, like how it's stretchy, and this one has no give at all. So keep in mind the materials that you're using when making these patterns, because if you're using something like this, you'll want to size up. If you're using something like this, you'll probably want to size down. So let's cover the shirt. So for the first thing that I have to do for the shirt, obviously tape together, cut up the pattern, everything I usually do, and then I'm going to cut them out of the green material. It is time to start putting things together. So this will all be a fairly quick process with the shirt and the skirt. So for the shirt, the first thing you have to do is put the bodice front and bodice back together and sew it along the sides and the shoulders here. And then since this is not a stretchy material, what I had to do is I had to put an opening in the back, which I didn't account for while cutting the pattern out. So what I ended up doing was, before I put on the turtleneck and such, I pretty much just gave the back neck a little, like a cut about this long. And then I made a very small bias tape out of the green material, and I just put a little bias tape around that little opening there. So I will see you after that to describe how I did the neck. Now for the neck, what you do is you take the strip. I opted to do the shorter turtleneck rather than the longer one. So basically what you do is you take that little rectangle they give you and then you fold it in half. And then what I'm gonna do, I don't know if this is necessarily what the pattern did, but what I'm gonna do is just kind of pin it on the right side of the neck or all the way around, and then sew it along that so that when it folds up, it looks right. And then for the collar in the back where that opening is, I'm just gonna fold it in and encase the seam there, and then you have the back, and then I'm just gonna use a hook and eye for the closure. So I'll meet you back after all that. Now for the sleeves, you sew them together down the arm, and then, so what I did, since I kind of made this pattern a little bit bigger, the armhole didn't exactly fit correctly in or the arm was a little bit too big for the armhole. So I just did a simple little pleat up at the top, and it kind of makes it look a bit more like elegant, you know, a bit more proper-ish-y. So that's what I did just to make mine fit rather than adjust things. I just put a little pleat in the top. And then, so instead of having it be like long, I opted for a 3/4 sleeve. So I just chopped it and then hemmed it. And then the last thing that I have to do for this top is I'm gonna make it cropped, because everything I own is cropped, because that's how my body is built. So I'm just gonna chop like that much off of it to make it end about here, and then hem that. And then the shirt will be done. Now on to the skirt. So this is just like only 4 pieces. So pretty much I have to cut out all of the pieces. So it's just the front panel of the skirt, back panel of the skirt, and then the 2 panels of the waistband for the front and the back. And then, so the first thing you do after you cut it out is you just sew the front and the back panels of the skirt together down the side. Yes, I'll meet you back after that. Now that those are all sewn together, it is time to do the waistband. So pretty much what I'm gathering to do with this waistband is you sew the front waistband and the back waistband together at just one of the sides, and then you're just going to pin it right sides together around the skirt, and then you're going to flip it up and fold it in, and then sew it like in the ditch to close it up. I'm not doing it exactly correctly because I don't feel like it, so you're supposed to like double fold it to hide the seams, but I'm not going to do that because this material doesn't exactly fray, so I'm not super worried about that. But you'll want to make sure that there's a gap on the side so that I can put the zipper, and I'll explain why I sewed the skirt fully together in a second. So yeah, you're just going to do that for the waistband, and I'll meet you back after that. Now for the zipper. So this is going to need a zipper because it's not a giving material, and I need to get it on my body. So basically what I saw that this pattern did, which was pretty genius. I know it's been done before, I just didn't think about it. So they do have all the sides sewn completely rather than leaving a gap or like, you know, stopping for the zipper. So what they do is they just kind of pin the zipper onto the seam allowance, and then they sew it and then just seam rip it and your zipper's on. So that's pretty much what I'm going to be doing with this. And then after that, the last step is to chop like this much off of it to get it the length that I want, and then hem it, and then I guess I will see you in the final look. So I didn't really get footage of the zipper or the hemming, but the actual last part of the skirt is to add an elastic into the waistband, and I didn't really get the filming of this process because my camera died. So pretty much you're just going to take elastic, and I just measured it to about the tightness that I wanted my waistband to be, and then I just took a safety pin and fed it through the waistband and then sewed it on each side of where the zipper is, and then it fits snugly on my waist. Well, here she is in all of her glory. I think this turned out better than I was expecting it to. My favorite part is the skirt. I absolutely love this skirt. The shirt's okay. It looks fine. The back is a little awkward at the neck closure. It's a little uncomfortable, but I mean, honestly, I'm not great at making real mundane clothes, so this seems like a feat to me. I feel like if I were a Slytherin, this is exactly what I would wear, but I'm a Hufflepuff. So I keep making clothes that are like Gryffindor and Slytherin, but nothing that's Hufflepuff yet, because I haven't found the material. So maybe soon I will. Anyways, yeah, I think this turned out pretty good considering. And I was able to peel myself away from playing Hogwarts Legacy for a day somehow, as I've literally been playing it non-stop for like, when did it come out? Days? I have a problem. But besides that, yeah, I think this turned out really good. I feel like a little Slytherin, and I'm okay with that for this outfit. I hope you all liked what I did with just like a normal outfit this week rather than like something big. I just wanted to take it a little bit slower this week, and this is something that I've been meaning to make for quite a while anyways, and I forgot I had this material. So, I say it was pretty good. So, anywho-de-doo, if you liked what I did, go ahead and like and subscribe. I post most Saturdays, mostly at noon, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you for watching!